Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and want to see more. Coming up, squads announced for the Carolina Cup. Full derby at Craven Park may be in doubt. And Created by Fundraising has been stopped till the 2022 season start. So Hull KR have been a little bit adrift when it comes to COVID, unfortunately, due to games being suspended or postponed. And it's announced today that Hull KR have been unable to arrange the home games against St Helens for next week in a blow to get the club's chances of staging a derby game between them and Hull at Craven Park in 2021. Rovers have had 5 games to reschedule as following a spate of postponements due to the coronavirus pandemic. Clubs have been advised that matches must be rearranged in chronological order where possible, which means KR means to start with home dates with St Helens. Due to congested nature of the schedule between now and the end of the regular season, there are limited opportunities to squeeze the fixtures in. An 8-day turnaround between the games against Wigan Warriors and Hull FC offers a chance to fit in an extra match, but the Robins have been unable to come to an agreement with St Helens due to player welfare concerns. St Helens are due to play on the Thursday and then again the following Friday, while Rovers are in action this Friday and next Saturday. Monday would have not worked for KR, and equally Tuesday would have not left St Helens with just 2 days to prepare for a derby game against Wigan. The only other potential window for KR's perspective, taking player welfare into account, is between the Magic Weekend clash with St Leeds Centurions and the home game against Castleford Tigers 7 days later. However, St Helens are due to play Saturday, Friday that week, which appears to rule out any perspective of rescheduling the game for that week. The home derby against FC is the next fixture in the chronicle order, but Brett Hodgson's side face a turnaround as well as St Helens as it stands. So, both Hull teams have got to fit in games against St Helens before they get a chance to schedule the Hull derby at Craven Park. The fixtures in September could yet be changed by Sky Sports, Magic Weekend aside, which may allow more scope for rearranged fixtures. At present, getting creative with the scheduling is seemingly the only way to squeeze in any of the postponed matches in. Well, it's a sad one. Hull derbies are usually raucous affairs and money spinners. Hull KR have actually boosted up their capacity by about 3,000 this season, so that added attendance revenue would be fantastic for KR in their quest to progress in the Super League ladder. They're doing well so far this season. They're above their rivals on win percentage, so a derby would have made things a whole lot interesting if both teams had, for instance in this case, either won or lost against St. I do like watching the Hull derbies as I do every other derby. Like I'll be watching Wigan vs Saints this weekend, and it should be a great game. So, with the Rugby World Cup being Rugby League World Cup being postponed until 2022, the Created by organisation, which issues a social impact grant, a capital grant for helping community clubs survive, or even just to progress as community clubs for better facilities, new training kit which they wouldn't normally have been able to afford, is looking to be started to be paused until 2022. 12 new created by small scale projects valuing just under £100,000 have been given the go ahead as the Rugby League World Cup small impact programme, social impact programme continues to blaze a trail. These small capital grants are funded by the Department of Digital, Culture, Media and Sports, the DCMS, the National Lottery and Sports England. And at their last panel meeting, which include representatives from the Rugby League World Cup 2021 and the RFL, met to sign off the new projects that will deliver significant impact in rugby league communities across England. The new project investments are totally committed by the Rugby League World Cup 2021 committee via a small scale programme to £1.512 million, with an overall value agreed to make these programmes and projects established to a total of more than £3 million. The announcement of the latest round of investments also marks a pausing of the small scale applications. The programme will close its applications immediately, that is 12th of August 2021, and will reopen in 2022, enabling World Cup 2021 to continue to deliver significant and impactful social change in the lead up to and during the tournament next year. So they earmarked 1.5 million already for programmes across the country for rugby league, and that total is going to be boosted up to £3 million. That's in conjunction with the government, the Rugby League World Cup, Sports England, and also the National Lottery, as what do the Olympics call it, a legacy for each of these tournaments, which is a fantastic idea. Though the created by small scale grants programme, Rugby League World Cup 2021, the RFL, Sports England, National Lottery and its players and the DCMS have given opportunity and essential funding for some of the hardest hit and most disadvantaged communities across England, predominantly in rugby league heartlands and of the north of England. This investment has not only served the community game, but has also worked for education providers, club foundations and community groups, bringing rugby league to all parts of the country. The 12 new programmes receiving grants are in St Helens, Calderdale, Durham, Salford, Leeds, Rushmore, Bolton, Wigan, Upland and Kirklees. So speaking of this, Rugby League World Cup 2021 Chief Executive John Dutton said, "Our ambition has always been that the 2021 World Cup, the biggest and best Rugby League World Cup in history, will not only be a global spectacle, but would importantly have significant social benefits on local communities across England." The latest recipients in many traditional rugby league communities show the power of the programme that has been generated huge interest since opening, and in the last 18 months more than ever have been a beacon of hope for so many. We thank the National Lottery and its players, Sports England and the UK government for their support in making their decision to pause applications, with the vision to continue to deliver widespread positive influence through this trailblazing event in 2022. Following on from this statement, Vice Chairman of the RFL Mike Smith said, "Created by has been a phenomenal success and the support is making a huge difference in some of our most disadvantaged communities. As the number of people regularly participating in Rugby League continues to grow, it's essential that the quality facilities and support services keep pace. Created by is making that happen and helping build stronger foundations for the future of Rugby League." So I've just been watching the live draft for the Carolina Cup held in conjunction with the Chasing Reeves Big T, and Team Newland and Team Burrows picked players from all over. I think Ryan Burrows surprised a couple of players as their Atlanta players going to be playing for a predominantly northern side when it comes to Rugby League. But what we have is the full draft, and here are the two squads. So these are the squads that have been put together as a few players you may not have heard of before, but there are a few that you've had, as they are USA internationals like Mark Offerdale, Nick Newland himself, Ryan Burrows. There's a couple more that was mentioned as well, like Carl Grinold, who's a big, tough Grizzly centre forward. Chris Burrows, Ryan's brother, who's been playing rugby union for years, and Sterling Wynn, who was involved in the Toronto Wolfpack trials back in the day. But that last name on Team Burrows seems to have caught the imagination a little bit. Daniel Vidot, yes, of the NRL and Super League, is being touted as being involved, as Ryan Burrows brought that surprise during the actual draft itself. Now, there was also a little inkling in regards to why Daniel Vidot is involved. One, he wants to get back in. He wants to play a bit of rugby, bit of fun. It's an all-stars game, and it's for a good cause. It's for growing rugby league. And two, Nick Newland actually came out with a little comment that the WWE are looking to get involved. That's a big brand. I think they're in a wait and see mode though at that point, because he did say that he had a few conversations with them looking to get involved, and I reckon that's dependent on the success of the actual league. I've got a feeling that Daniel Vidot will need to ask for some permission, as they wouldn't like to be at the WWE getting one of their people injured when they're not involved in wrestling itself. Going back onto what I said about Newland, I think that those talks were all dependent on then senior director of talent development Canyon Seaman was going to be involved, as it's come to light a bit recently that he has been released from the WWE from his role as Senior Director of Talent Development for WWE. So I'm hoping his release does not affect that potential partnership that Rugby League does have with the NARL or USARL. It's more than likely the NARL with Canyon Seaman coming down to a Washington training session with Daniel Vidot as part of the trials back in May. Anyway, so I hope that we don't have that avenue close to the NARL, as that would mean a little bit of a blow, and we would have to look elsewhere for that name recognition for rugby league in North America. But we'll wait and see. And in the meantime, I'm going to look and wait and see with bated breath for this game in the Carolina Cup that has got a lot of support from the Kannapolis City Council on September the 25th to see how the game goes. Good luck to all involved. So that's it for another video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share the video worldwide. If you have any questions or want to ask me what type of format you'd like to see, any comments on how you feel the format is going currently, it would be greatly appreciated. Please remember, the Just for Fun is there again. Only a small question, just have a guess. But thank you very much for watching. All the best, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.